Okay, back at part 4, hopefully the last part. You can see I have masked up the wing roots section and burnished the masks as best as I could. Now I'm gonna go in there, blast the surface, that part rather, with nothing but paint. So the PSI is still the same. I put the crown back on, so I don't need to go in real close. If I have to, I'm gonna just go ahead and blast it all away. And always think of air spray, since the air will come here and then bounce and fuck off this way. There's nothing in the way of air, so recirculation is not really a problem, at least for now. Let's go and see what happens. Yeah, I have to tilt it like this because airbrush is interfering with the camera, sorry. You see, I'm still keeping it wet. Now all sorts of stupid stuff is happening on the surface. Let it be. Okay. If you want, you can just go in with pure air, dry it off. You see, it's inconsistent. There are a lot of imperfections. I don't know why. It's maybe the paint or the surface properties or whatnot. Let's do another coat and see what happens. And let's change the sight and the direction of air this time. Just there. See what happens now. Okay, one more try. Last one. Again, changing the direction as best as I could. As you can see, there are a lot of imperfections in the surface, or rather the white paint, and that's the intentional part. I want them to be there so that I can later play on with the base coat when covering that. Okay. Okay, one more trick. Pull all the way, pull the trigger all the way back, release, and just fire air. Sorry. You can see the paint is splattering, right? Hopefully, yeah. It's staining, in fact, not painting, but you get the idea. If you can turn down the air pressure even lower, you will get different effects. It's all about toying with the pressure setting and the capabilities of your airbrush rather. A large airbrush might not be able to deliver effects like this, I don't know, but I suppose the needle size and the body diameter of the airbrush itself are affecting the outcome here. Nah, come on, focus. You see? Now this panel here is almost vertical and this is horizontal. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the air pressure as low as I could and let's see what happens last. Okay, I'm looking at the gauge here, but it's barely registering about 1 maybe psi. Let's see if we can turn the airbrush into a sprinkler. I don't know if you can see it, but there are literally pixels of, or rather pigments of paint is visible there. I know the camera is pretty fucked up, but it is what it is. This is the idea, you see? Okay, paint clean time, tip cleaning, often necessary when you are using isopropyl alcohol. Oops, stop the ground. Okay, let me see if I can even turn down the pressure. You see, there's almost no air pressure. And I'm running out of battery anyway. Let's try. This is what I'm talking about, the sprinkler. Sorry about the focus issues. It's really hard for me to look at the camera and the surface at the same time. Come on, focus. You see? You see all the texture? It's grainy and pixelated. But this is what the lower pressure does. This is the lowest pressure the airbrush can go doing its job. Okay, this is it.